everybody. My name is Jess, the Tarotunist, and I have a timeless pick-a card just for you. But before I hop in, I just wanted to say I missed you all so much. Yay! I hope you are doing excellent. Thank you for stopping by my little channel. And let's get into your next 72 hours. I have 3 pictures to choose from. I have pile number 1, ham speaker. Specifically a honey-baked ham with a little bit of pineapple cherry, little glaze. Pile number 1. We have pile number 2, the Devil's Banjo. The Devil's Banjo. Actually, you know what that looks like? You might be seeing pincher bugs or like creepy bugs in your house. I'm sorry. Pile number 2, Devil's Banjo. And lastly, we have pile number 3, Mettalic Butter. You see its little shimmery? Yeah. Pile number 3, Mettalic Butter. Go with your gut. I'll see you there. Toodles. Hello, everybody who chose pile number 1, the ham speaker. This message is just for you. This is your next 72 hours. But for you guys, there's something a little extra special. Tuesday. So for some of you, this message is really going to kickstart on a Tuesday. Or maybe you're making a doctor appointment or a hair appointment or something significant. Just keep Tuesday in your back pocket. This message is just for you. All signs are definitely welcome. I am getting really strong Gemini, Scorpio, Aries, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Taurus. But like I said, all signs are welcome, and I'll dive more into the signs with the tarot. Your next 72 hours, pile number 1, is thrift shop magic. You are rebuilding your life, things in your life, systems in your life, even relationships in your life. This is a time, figuratively and literally, you are just being more resourceful than ever. You know what the feeling I get is, it's almost like, let's say you're a writer and you like writing books or poetry. And when you get frustrated, you're kind of like a perfectionist and you rip the page out, throw it away. This is you taking that page and being like, you know what? Let's uncrumple it. Let's see what I can make out of this. Whether it's something completely new or going back and really like going for it. I see you totally overcoming that hurdle and this thrift shop magic. You even might be hearing that Macklemore song. What is that? That Poppin' Tag song. But I just see that you are totally in this energy of what, like, not throwing away. You want to conserve and you want to rebuild is what I'm seeing. You also could be actually going to a thrift store like Goodwill or maybe antiquing. I also see for some of you guys, you might be buying a new suitcase or a purse, or even going fishing, like getting a new like toolbox or like a tackle box. And if you do, I do see you gearing towards like darker colors, like the navies and the blues, and even like creams, like the colors of the sky is what I'm getting. And that would really help you, because I see that you, pile number 1, it's interesting. I'll get to this shit. But I see like you and your life, you're actually in a really good place. You're in this very creative energy. I also see that you might be hearing an Elton John song very soon. Or even a Cher song. Because let's get to these unpleasant cards, No Facts and Thief. There is somebody, romantic or platonic, in your circle that I do get that you're not speaking to, or it's very like stifled. This is a person who is controlling, very beautiful. I get that they use their beauty, whoever this person is, to get away with a lot. And I get that this person that you're not attached to has a very entitled energy about them, like a very entitled, like, well, of course I deserve this. And I think like many things in life, there's always that nuance, like it's that razor's edge, like of course you deserve love, of course you deserve to be treated with respect, but it's been that razor's edge of like, okay, but now you, like a vanity, you know what I mean? So I do get that this person and you, like I said, you're not speaking. They also could be a very emotional person, or they could have a lot of water in their chart. I get that they're very charming, like super charming, very inviting. A lot of people don't suspect that this person is quite so manipulative. However, this person, I do see that, yeah, never has the facts, makes shit up, lies. I get that they are checking you out online, specifically online. I don't see them doing a lot of talking right now to others. I see that they might be isolating. And this doesn't feel, it could be romantic or platonic. It, you know, whoever this person is, you'll know who it is. Robbed, lost, theft, emotional or physical. I do get that this person, for some of you, they could owe you money, but I don't get that for a lot. But I do get that this person really robbed this connection and robbed you emotionally. Like they're like a leech. Like how much can I get? And even if it's not totally who they are, in a sense, like let's say they're not like a total like they might not present that way, but they have to realize, and I think they're starting to realize, that their emotional language is very manipulative. It robs, it controls, it stifles. There's not a lot of growth. Like I said, they could owe you money. I do get that this person is in deep regret looking at this connection. I get that they're replaying that moment that they done fucked up between you two. Yeah, they just, it was very baseless. I see that this person also, if they are talking, they're gossiping. And I get that you know that though, pile number one. So we have a year from now and we have abundance. So if you've been praying, meditating, just asking your mental questions, your angels, your spirit guides are saying a year from now, something is going to happen. I can't say with this connection because it doesn't even feel like that. This feels like if you're asking, oh, when am I going to move someday? Or when am I going to get my next house? Or when am I going to maybe start a family? Or when, you know, those big next milestones, I do see a year from now for some of you, but for a lot of you, the next major milestone a year from now. And it doesn't mean it's going to be that full year, but just to give yourself the time to explore. And I get that that's what you're doing. You're not really like, yes, you're looking to make money moves, and I see that you're doing that, but ultimately I see that you're kind of just like exploring your social circle, like your solar plexus, like who you are. And I do see abundance raining down on you, pile number one, not just a year from now. I'm seeing keep making the choices that you're making. In fact, speaking of choices, I see no major decisions. If you can avoid for the next 72 hours at least, making like the major, like signing contract decisions, I would say that would be the best. I also see the 18th, the 27th, and the 11th being very significant for you. Specifically, the 11th, now this is a timeless reading. So I am recording this in June. So for some of you, July 11th, expect something pretty significant. But for others, expect the 11th of the following month to be significant. I also see a trip coming up for you. You might be traveling to the beach, or you might be making plans to go to the shore or a body of water. I'm also getting the initial R that is coming out. And within the next 72 hours, you might be enjoying a pasta dish. I'm seeing a lot of Italian food, or you just might be craving some comfort food. Because I see that even though I didn't say a whole lot of earth signs for this reading, I do feel like this is a lot of earth and water. A lot of earth and water. So let's get into your next 72 hours, pile number one. These are new cards. We have the Knight of Cups in the upright. So these cards are so creepy and I love them. So you might be going to the zoo. I also get Halloween being significant. Like you might even be like looking up or thinking of ideas for your next Halloween costume. But I see you, things are moving a little slower than you would like, but I see for the next 72 hours you embracing these next few days and life situations with your cup extended, not looking for it to get filled, but at the same time, like you want to share your heart with people. And I get that you are leading with your heart in these next 72 hours. And that's why you can do thrift shop magic. You can reinvent things because you see the beauty in imperfection, and you and I see that your self-love and patience is really increasing. So yeah, you might even be going to a party next in the next few days, but I just see that you, my love, the mage, the wort, as this person has lovely descripted these cards. So you might be watching SpongeBob. You also, I get that you are not looking to necessarily like work, but more like emotional work. Like you are manifesting a lot of positive connections in this next 72 hours and a lot of emotionally fulfilling starts and openings and beginnings. With this shadow person or these past people, I can't say it's about them. I just see like this is you. It's almost like even these cards, it's showing like you're not uber happy, but you're not scared. You're just ready. You are manifesting. You know the power in your case, pile number one, is your emotional openness. And you see that. It's like that's your power, right? As above, so below. You know, you can't ask for love and you can't expect love to come out of like these stones, out of these situations that aren't loving. And I see that you realize that. And I also see that there could be specifically a past loved one, a past family member, really watching over you. They're so proud of you, dude. They're so proud of you. I see that you're breaking generational curses. You also might be really putting your foot down within inside yourself, and there are certain addictions. Like I get that you come from a family that has a lot of that trauma, and you are just breaking boundaries as this unique emotional creature. We have the 7 of Cups and we have the 10 of Wands in the reverse. So you're feeling a little burned out right now. Just know that you are making great choices. Plan for success and plan for more opportunities coming in. I see within the next month for you. The month of July really significantly, but for others, just within the next month, I see you having new emotional connections with all different people. Just be careful. Like I said, no major decisions. Just get to know people. Look at people and like, oh, should we be dating? Should we be doing this? Don't worry about the should we's. Just enjoy the emotional connections because you manifested this. Out of this shit, you have manifested good things. Don't burn yourself out. And that is what I got. I was going to do more, but I think that's where we're going to cap it. I hope that helped. I'll talk to you later. Toodles. Hello, everybody who chose pile number 2, the Devil's Banjo. This message is just for you. Like I said in the beginning, you might be seeing those pincher bugs in your house, or like a beetle that has like a creepy pincher. I believe they are called pedipalps, but I'm not totally sure. Oh God. Anyways, I also am seeing Tenacious D, Jack Black. So, pile number 2, this message is just for you. All signs are welcome. I am sensing a really strong Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. But I'll add more signs with the tarot as well. So don't worry if you didn't hear your sign. Your next 72 hours, pile number 2, you might be seeing the number 222 as well as the number 6 and the number 9. In the in-between. Pile number 2, I see that Spirit, God, the universe wants to really talk about a fight you had with somebody. So in the next 72 hours, I see that you are going to be finding true forgiveness with this person. Now, disclaimer. For some of you, it's going to be a physical forgiveness of hugging it out, talking, doing all that good stuff. But for a lot of you, I feel like this is all internal. I feel like you are going to be confronted within the next 72 hours in this in-between, whether it's a message or internally, of this fight. I see that you both, let's talk about this connection. You both are working really hard, by the way, physically. So I get that you both are putting in hours. I get that you both are going to the gym or becoming more physical, watching what you put into your body. You guys could also belong to the same gym, or you guys could have found a hobby that's very physical together, or a joined sport. What I'm seeing, though, with this pile number 2 is that you are in this in-between of wanting more. You're thinking of moving. You're thinking of this fight. You're not feeling very comfortable right now. And I see within the next 72 hours, something to do with Ganesh. So all deities are welcome on this channel. You might want to Google Ganesh and see if that might hold something significant to you. That just popped up in my mind. You are diving deep into the uncomfortable feelings in this next 72 hours. And I see you becoming victorious. And victorious in the sense of realizing what this is, the cycles of what this is. See, you're played out. And I see that the person you're connected to, romantic or platonic, this is kind of their thing. This is how they show love. This is how they handle confrontation. It's not good. You're played out. I feel like you aren't even focused on this connection. It's almost like this person's heavily watching you, whoever this is, romantic or platonic, and you're like eye on the prize. But every time you think of this, and I think it's just left you with a drained energy. Like I said, not feeling comfort, wanting to move, wanting to run. And I do see that your angels want to tell you that as soon as you can learn to forgive yourself for, one, letting this person cross boundaries, but two, forgiving them. And I'm not saying forgiving them means letting them back into your life, or saying that what they did was acceptable. Because I do see that this person, physical fight, at war, competing, arguments, like this person, they're going in for the kill when they, or they like to act as if they are justice incarnate, like, well, they deserved it. Like, they justify their actions with, like, well, you did this, so I can do this now. And that's not the case. We're taught that in childhood from unhealthy relationships and parents. And I'm seeing that's what you're fighting against. You won't run into this again. I feel like you're played out, and it's also just really weighing heavy, like, oh man, is it going to be the same thing? Is this what relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, is this what this all means? And God, Spirit, the universe is saying, no, you're just in this in-between. I'm seeing you buying new eyeshadow or art supplies, specifically the color gold, yellow, something to do with shimmer. That would really benefit you right now, wearing gold. And just like pile 1, I'm seeing you going antiquing or buying something like something stable. It's interesting. I feel like you're not feeling very stable right now. So I feel like physically, in your physical world, everything's pretty on the up and up. It's just like this emotional world. You feel very ungrounded. And Spirit is saying the moment you can forgive yourself, and if you can look at this person as a child, right, and be like, if you can look at how their tantrums and how they react is just what a child will do in an adult body. And you wouldn't hate a child. Now you will teach the child, and, you forgive and move forward. And that's kind of what Spirit's telling you. It doesn't mean you need to be friends with this person again or have them back in your life, but it is saying, like, what they did was wrong, but I see it for what it is. It's a tantrum, It's a learned response, and I am no longer participating in it, and I will watch out for the red flags if anyone else, portrays these red flags or these like indicators that they like to fight, or that they like to have control, or they like to compete with their loved ones in an unhealthy way. Then you no longer can no longer maintaining this connection. So let's see what pile number 2, your next 72 hours is. These cards are so unique. You might be enjoying a dish with a lot of squash or zucchini, but I'm also seeing that you, pile number 2, are really stepping into this era of stability. You know your shadows and triggers. Everyone has them, right? No one's perfect. But I'm seeing that you are coming out of this lack mentality, out of this mentality of like everything is like kind of shitty and cold, and feeling just very left out from the world when it comes to, I get connections and relationships, romantic or platonic. So even though you're in this in between and you're not feeling comfy, just know that it's coming for you. I do see that whoever you're attached to, they might be partying a lot, or they might be hanging out with other friends or groups. And I do see that they're not engaging with others. They're staring at you. This person is intently looking at you, whether it's on your social media, talking about you. I just see that, I didn't want to make this a relationship reading, but this one, if you were attracted to this pile, this is totally just talking about a connection and just saying, look, you're just in an uncomfortable part of this ending, of this fight. What they did to you was not right. But the moment you can forgive yourself and forgive them, and I see you doing that, something is going to happen within the next 3 days. It's going to trigger these thoughts, and you're going to realize that you don't have to play this game. And I see you buying a little present for yourself, and I see you realizing just how lucky and blessed you really are, even without this person, and realizing that you're not empty, or your life isn't empty because you don't have people in it or this person in it. It's just an opportunity to invite healthier relationships in your life. This person likes to play a lot of games. Like I said, you guys could even be like a gamer, or they could be a gamer. Ooh. Oh no, I'm sorry. Ah. And I'm having the Knight of Swords. So within the next 72 hours, this person might be contacting you. It's not going to be an emotional contact, though. It's not going to be like, I miss you, I love you, I want to make up. It's going to be very like practical, the way they're going to talk. They might talk to you about work, or they might need something. Like, it's very like black and white, transactional. But I see that it's going to be, they're going to say something that they're going to break the ice. Yeah, they want to come towards you. But what I'm seeing for you, pile number 2, is that you are working through this. You're learning to forgive. And within the next 72 hours, you're going to feel really revitalized and ready to go. And it's almost like they're coming at you, and they're a knight, right? Knights are strong. They're messengers. But here you are, baby. You are the major arcana. And I see that it's like the good and the bad. You're ready to hear this talk. But more so, I just see that you are going to be revitalized to get up and go. Whether that's going to that concert, whether it is moving, whether it is what in your hobbies or your personal life, or even at work. I just see you being revitalized within this next 72 hours. And for a lot of you, I do see communication, and I see that you are going to feel more than able to handle it. And where they're going to have their sword out, I don't see you having any weapons. Like, it's almost like it's just the power of your creativity and your heart and your mind, and you're open and you're confident. You don't need to hold the sword. You're confident in who you are. So I hope that helped. I'll talk to you later. Toodles. Hello, everybody who chose pile number 3, the metallic butter. This message is just for you. This is your next 72 hours. The initial B just came up really strong, so that might resonate. I also have the signs Aquarius, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Virgo, and Leo. But all signs are welcome, and I'll dive more into the signs with the tarot. Your next 72 hours, pile number 3, is that your faith is being restored by you. You belong here in the dandelion. So within the next 72 hours, you might be dyeing your hair a bold new color, or maybe you recently dyed your hair a bold new color. But I also get that your life, whether it's emotional, financial, spiritual, whatever you're staking your claim in, that's what I get you're doing. In this next 72 hours, you are solidifying your place, not just in this world, but where you're feeling uncomfortable. And you'll know everyone's different, every situation is different. But I get that you come from a lot of trauma and abuse, particularly your family. This is a really strong family element to it. I'm not gonna lie, like this feels like an overbearing family versus like a romantic thing or a platonic thing. But you know, it really could be any of those things. Just like this dandelion, you are growing through this concrete jungle. Nothing is meant to grow in this environment. And that is what God, the universe, spirit is telling you. Like, you don't need to prove yourself. Like, you belong, right? Like, you have everything in your life because you're meant to have it. You are here for a reason. And where you want to go next, you belong there. If you're, I don't know, you do. And you're going to persevere, and you're going through it. You're growing through it. I get that you might be on the hot seat in the next few days. You could even be watching the Hot Wings YouTube show with celebrities, or maybe you're watching a lot of interviews. But I'm getting for you, pile number 3, first and foremost, your ascended masters, your angels want to tell you no need to worry. Things are a-okay, and they're moving exactly how they're supposed to. Child services move in silence. I get that, like, again, I'm just going to put out an example. Let's say, because I'm recording this in Pride Month, so let's say you are joining some Pride things, whether it's events or parades, and I get like this is a family member or somebody who opposes that. Whatever the case may be, it doesn't have to be that by any means. I see that somebody you're attached to is not talking to you. Like this, you know who this is, romantic, platonic, family. This is a person that holds a lot of power in your life. They could be a woman, but it doesn't have to be. So this could be a mother or a grandmother. They don't want to admit, and they will never admit, that what they're doing is abusive. How they treat you is abusive. And I get that even that putting you in the hot seat, like they're going to question you or they want to question you, it's a very abusive thing they want to do, right? And I'm seeing for you, pile number 1, you're going to, I don't get that you're going to hear from them. Like, you don't need to worry, exactly what the cards are saying. But I see that the person that you're not talking to, that you had to separate yourself from, just know that you did the right thing. They might have tried to guilt trip you from doing what you want to do. It doesn't have to be a pride event, but I'm just using that as an example. The person that tried to shame you or did shame you, they move in silence. They are still watching you. They're talking about you, and they're asking others to like keep it on the down low. This person's not a healthy person. And you did the right thing by standing up for yourself. You don't need to worry. Things are working out in place. I see that you might be, you're just welcoming change, ultimately. I also see that you might be getting into more arts and crafts, or maybe your expressive side. And that can come out through your clothing or your makeup, or just how you present to the world is really coming out. You could even be buying some new lip balm or gloss or eyeshadow. I also get that the person that you're attached to is very crafty, so please be careful. I also get something to do with a cat, like a bodega cat. And they can sleep through anything. And I get that they are unfazed, unbothered. They live on the street. And I get that that's kind of what you're doing. And that's how you need to be, is not live on the street, but believe in yourself. Believe that you belong. Cats know they belong. And they walk in like they own the place. And that's like you. Walk in like you own the place, okay? Be strong and be confident in who you are. And I see that within the next 72 hours, your faith is being restored in yourself. Please don't worry. Don't stress yourself out. You did the right thing, especially when it comes to separating yourself from this abusive person. There also could be, and it's a little triggering, but there could be something to do with child abuse. Even if it's not with you, like maybe someone you're attached to is doing something abusive to their child. So, you know, that's only for a select few. Like maybe how this person treats their child is really turning you off from them, is what I'm getting. And I also want to say before I move on, I feel like this is the long haul. I feel like you, in the next 72 hours, it's not like, oh, blessings happening right this second. But Spirit wants you to know, like, you don't need to worry. Things are moving and changing rapidly for your betterment. And I see some real money coming in, real abundance coming in the next few months. I feel like the decisions you're making in the next 72 hours are really like the foundation for this abundance, like a big trampoline, you know, like here. You also could be watching anime in the next 72 hours. Maybe you're getting cozy with some anime. Pile number 3. What does pile number 3 need to know for the next 72 hours? We have the King of Wands in the upright, and we have the Nine of Swords. So you could be attached to a fire sign person, or maybe you are a fire sign person, although I don't necessarily think this is you. I do see your confidence. No, it is you, actually. I'm sorry, I lied. This is you. I see your confidence being restored, but I do see some heavy anxiety on your part. You might not want to leave your room type of anxiety. Like, it's easier just kind of to huddle in. And that's okay if you need to do that a little bit. But I do see that something's going to happen in the next 72 hours. Your faith and your confidence is going to be restored, and you're going to feel more confident than ever confronting this person. And I don't get it's a confrontation. I get that it's going to be a crafty way to undermine you, or to say something, or to interject. Like, it's not going to be a blatant, like, diss or a blatant, like, thing. It's almost like silent treatment. It's just as abusive as something else, you know, like, I get it's going to be something like that. But you're going to feel confident enough to handle that pile number 3, and just know that you do belong, not just wherever you're trying to fit in, but just on this earth. Like, you belong, you're meant to be here. Every soul has a purpose here on this planet. Like, you came here for a reason, you know? You're perfect just the way you are. You don't need to be something different. I get the 7 of Pentacles in the upright and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So yeah, there's a little bit of impatience, a little bit of like, oh, when is this going to happen? You might be feeling like moody, or like, oh, like just you're emotionally like just not connected, or you're feeling too many emotions, you know? And Spirit just wants you to know, like, no need to worry. In due time. I get long haul. I keep getting long haul. It's almost like you were so excited to watch this video because you're like, finally something's going to happen in the next 72 hours. And Spirit is kind of saying, yes, things are going to be happening, but it's going to be all inside. It's all going to be within you. Your internal shift is going to be changing within the next 72 hours of more confidence. And it's just letting you know to keep the anxiety at bay, to do things that eliminate anxiety, or keep it like, you know, like maybe if you drink too much caffeine, to monitor your caffeine consumption, things like that. Like, don't put yourself in triggering positions is what I'm getting. But yeah, your next 72 hours, I do see change coming in, and I do see that you don't need to worry that your anxiety is going to spike, but within like the end of the 72 hours, it's going to be a lot better. And it's all going to be because of you. So we have the Empress and we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles in the upright. So I do get that there is going to be an offer coming in. It is slow moving, so it's not going to happen within this next 72 hours. I would say within the next 3 weeks it's going to be happening. So sooner rather than later, right? But I am seeing that somebody is going to be offering you. They could be a Libra, they could be a Gemini, they also could be an earth sign, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. I do see up to 2 people offering you something really significant. Now it could be this person, right? This could be this person that likes to give you the silent treatment, or maybe is abusive in other ways. And it also could be this person. This could be, it feels like mother, father, to be honest, but it doesn't have to be. Yeah, 2 offers from 2 people that are not in good places right now. This is somebody who cares mostly about image, what you can do for them versus how it can be like a mutual thing. This is very like me, me, me. And this is somebody who learned really unhealthy emotional tendencies from their mom, right? And I'm seeing that both are coming together to offer you something new and prosperous. So I would expect within the, like I said, the next 3 weeks, for some of you, this is going to be around harvest season. So this would be late August, early September. And it's all because within the next 72 hours, because you believe in yourself, persevering through whatever this silent abuse or this craziness is, and just knowing that you don't need to worry. It's all working out exactly how it's supposed to. So keep putting yourself out there. You do belong. And I'll see you later. Until next time, toodles.